Hey everyone, it's Sabrina, and I am excited to do another Everyday Explorers stamp project. This time it will be in my Project Life album for 2020 when I used storyline chapters. Now, this is a little story and it is hilarious because my poor sweet daughter did not want to be in this raft. You can see with this awesome large photo that she was excited. They were both excited, and we talked about how she's going to be Moana because we were watching the movie at the time. And you'll see once I open the flap that she was not having this. Nope, my daughter was not happy at all. And then if you can see above the yellow card that I'm working on, that was my son's face while his sister was freaking out. He was thrilled. He loved this. Isn't that how it always goes? The older brother just loves their little siblings like misery, and that's basically what is happening here. So I had to document this because it was a summer adventure. I still got some great photos, and it has a great story with it. As you can see, I have opened the flap, and you can see my daughter. She is near tears and trying very hard to hold it together, and she, no matter what, she does not want to be Moana. So I took the new June Everyday Explorers stamps, and I am stamping that canoe on this insert, 2 over there, and then I took one and I just with my hand laid it gently over in the right bottom hand corner, and it worked, and I was so excited. I also started out with stamping a yellow card with black canoe, and eventually I'm going to change it to red. I felt like the black was just standing out too much. I also stamped on a separate piece of paper, "Love This Place," and "By the Lake," and well, that didn't go quite as planned. I'm going to stamp that and use that with the picture of my daughter pretty much stuck in the sand up in the top right corner. She was as happy as can be, stuck right there in the sand with her hat pulled low and not really talking to us. So, yeah. And, but there's also a photo on the far left where she is just happy sitting right there on the shore with the raft and content right there. So it was a roller coaster with her. It's one of those memories that you're going to remember for a long time. And now 2 years later, we're thinking of pulling out the raft again and just trying it just to see how it goes. So I may have to do an update on this project and let you know if round 2 of the raft, how that went. I love to take leftover journaling card scraps and punch out some shapes, and that is what I am doing. I took a red digital journaling card, punched out some circles, same thing with a cork type of digital card, and then one physical card that had some orange and pink in it. I will use these shapes throughout the spread. I wanted the orange and the pink to kind of break up all of the red and the yellow in the spread. And that way it doesn't look too much like McDonald's. I think of McDonald's when I think of red and yellow. But I mean, my kids were wearing their life vests and they had the oars and it was the same colors. Anyways, on that yellow card, I took some yellow ink and I used the new Kari Stiles stamp to stamp captured and just repeated that on that light colored section over on the right hand side of that journaling card. Also stamped today went like this, which is a May release, and I used that in the top corner, or I'm going to use that in the top corner of my insert. I didn't want to put it below my kids' feet because I really didn't want too much on that photo because that photo is just so awesome. I will stamp with the Kari Stiles stamp memories. I'm going to stamp that in a little bit. That way there is kind of a title on that photo, and I'll also add in a cork circle down in the bottom right. I'm going to start working on the insert in just a second, but first I have to stamp the memories title, and I don't know about you guys, but I get nervous about stamping directly on my photos. It's like I know I can because I have the right ink, but it makes me nervous to stamp on my photos. I don't know if you guys are like that. So before I can really start figuring out how I'm going to decorate this insert, I want to make sure that I punch a few more of the shapes and spread those around my insert. Then I'm going to get out my Peace Out stamp set. I start spreading those all over my spread, and then I'm like, wait a second, I need to add the title first. So I pulled out a really old alpha stamp set that's called Snickerdoodle, and I'm going to use that to stamp a funny title that is, I don't want to be Moana, because that's exactly what was happening with my poor sweet daughter. And yeah, she had absolutely no interest in this rafting, and you can see with this photo. I think we got in the raft and then rode out just like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and she was not having it. And since I had already glued down this entire insert, what I did is I took a large binder clip and I clipped the paper. That way it was more flat and I didn't have a section hanging off the edge, which would have made stamping this title really hard. I am, like I said, stamping that title. I don't want to be Moana because she doesn't. She's in the raft now and she does not want to be Moana. Nope. And right below it, I'm going to use the stamp that says Misadventure Meter, which is just something I love that Christine includes. She includes it on a lot of stamp sets where it's like a meter, a barometer of like you can gauge where it's a good experience or a bad experience. Over on the right-hand side with my daughter's photo, I am going to go ahead and use a bunch of those Peace Out stamps in yellow to make like a blocking of different stamp sentiments. And then below that, I can add in my journaling about this wild adventure. Wasn't everybody trying rafting in 2020? I feel like everybody was. And it was really hard to get a raft, but everybody was trying it. Same thing with like everybody buying a Doughboy pool. There's a lot of strange things in 2020, right? I am starting my stamping with the Peace Out by stamping Nope and Peace Out. They're almost like miniature little tags, and I put them up in the corner of my daughter's photo. Then I tested out my other yellow ink that I have from Studio Calico, and I'm going to wind up using that yellow ink because it's super bright and crisp. So I stamp Try Not to Panic and Freak Out. And then this can't be good. I also add in a sun from the Kari Stiles stamp set, and then Control-Alt-Z, which I love that stamp, and then All Plans Out the Window, and another one that says Out and About. The Out and About one is from a nature stamp set, I believe. And right below Control-Z, I will do feelings and photos. And after I get all of these stamped, I will be able to, like I said, journal the story. So I took several different releases to put together this entire spread, and I'm just loving how it is coming together. And it is such a great, great story. Like I said, I probably said it too much, but these photos are priceless. And down on that Misadventure Meter, I'm going to put It's Kind of Funny and an arrow for Big Bro. And on the other side of the meter, I'm going to put Ugh, and I'll put Little Sister, because that's definitely how it was. He thought this was funny. She thought this was just absolutely terrible. And like I mentioned earlier, you can see his face up there. He's just like loving this terror on his sister's face. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I am just writing about that story, how we decided to go rafting, and they were super excited, got our life jackets, got the oars, and I'm telling them we're going to be Moana and go on a big adventure. And yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So I just journal all of that, and then I have to add a few more lines because I wanted to keep talking about how my daughter was much more comfortable on the shore playing in the sand, and my son was able to go out just with dad, and he enjoyed that, and it made for a very exciting afternoon and another awesome adventure that we were able to take in 2020. So I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing how I use the Everyday Explorer stamps. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.